I was really bad last night. I'm just going to use names. Aiden had practice he had to be there at 6. And Randy was not coming home. He had a ball game away. And I needed to be where he was at 5:45. And so, which is a different town, not very far, but just a different town over. And so I was going to take Aiden and drop him off early, like at 5:30, and then just cut over with me and Jesse. Jesse and I'd go over to the ball game. And so we were trying to figure out how we're going to feed everybody and get this done, because we usually eat at the ball game. So Aiden's in braces, and he didn't want to take food and eat it while he was waiting for practice to start, because he was afraid to get food in his braces and wouldn't have anything to clean it with, which is understandable. And so I ran him up to McDonald's, which is just up the road from us, to get something to eat, and then Jesse and I were going to eat at the ball game. Well, we got in line, and he wanted chicken nuggets, and we got up to to order, and I could not remember the words chicken nuggets, and he kept trying to help me say it, and I finally got it out and got the order out of my mouth. And when we pulled away from the drive-thru, or from the ordering thing, he said, "Do you really think that you need to go to this ball game? I think you need to go home, go to bed." And I said, "Well, I don't want Randy to be upset that I'm not at the game." He said, "So Randy's upset at the game is better than you dead on the road." And I said, "True." And I said, "Well, then I need to go back and get something for Jesse to eat." So I went back, got something for Jesse to eat. That one a little smoother. And then he and I both must have been thinking about it, because I was trying to think, how can I work this out? And unexpected to me, because I was thinking the same thing, he said, "What if you went home and took a nap now? Do you think you could drive later?" And I said, "Maybe." I said, "Tell you what, when we get home, I'm going to go to bed. You guys eat. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep for 45 minutes. If I can get up and we think that I'm doing okay and can complete a sentence, then I'll go to the game." And he said, "Okay, fair enough." And so I did. I went home, slept, got up, and we both agreed that I was okay and much better than I was previously. And so I dropped him off at 5:30 and went over and watched the other one play ball. And we got it done, and no problems at all, actually. But it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable in that there's somebody that seems to be smart enough to realize that when I'm questioning whether or not it's safe, they're not afraid to say, "No, don't do this," even though, they're my child, but they're doing it out of love. They're not doing it out of disrespect. They're not doing it out of trying to be mean or hateful or anything. It's completely out of love and concern. And so he's never going to get in trouble for questioning whether or not it's safe for me to be doing something. If I'm doing something and he worries about it being safe, and he checks it out with me, bless him for that. Because that's going to be the way it is, isn't it? And unfortunately, he's having to learn at a very young age, where most people don't have to learn it until they're, with aging parents, until they're 40 or 50 years old, or they're maid or whatever, and then, and to be 13 and having to learn those things, and how to deal with somebody, and how to help in that kind of way, and do it in a non-threatening manner. Kudos to that young man. I couldn't have been more blessed. So I don't know what parts of this I'm going to keep up, because some of it's private, but at the same time I want to preserve memories for the boys. And this is just, yesterday was just one of those days, and so I might keep it in here for them, for when they look at it, to remember, oh yeah, I remember that ball game, or oh yeah, I remember that day, and yeah, we used to do that, and that kind of stuff, and let them know how much I appreciate and love them. So some of this I'm talking to myself and trying to decide what I'm post and won't post. But I gotta go in the rain and go to rehab. So we'll talk to you later.